dies. Gone.
Nightmare scenario.
Total nightmare. They had a backup plan, though, an LTE connection, like from a mobile network.
Okay, good. Backup saves the day.
Well, yes and no. The LTE backup worked, but it only provided one single public IP address.
And the store normally has
many more, or at least a system designed for more capacity. Suddenly, you've got dozens, maybe hundreds of devices, card payment terminals, point-of-sale tablets, the guest Wi-Fi network everyone's trying to use.
all trying to cram through that one tiny door, that single public IP. Chaos.
Absolute chaos, card payments failing, tills slowing down, guest Wi-Fi grinding to a halt, customers getting angry, lines backing up, Black Friday disaster unfolding.
Oh, can feel the stress just hearing about it. What did they do?
Luckily, they had a sharp network engineer on site. Thinking fast, they jumped onto the firewall managing that LTE connection and configured a PAT rule, basically on the fly.
Okay. How did Pat help?
They used PAT rules to carefully manage the traffic. They prioritized the crucial stuff, the card payment terminals. They essentially gave them dedicated lanes, limiting them to specific ports maybe, ensuring their transactions got through.
Right.
And they heavily throttled or rate limited the guest Wi-Fi traffic. Sorry, shoppers, but processing payments comes first today.
Makes sense in that situation. Did it work?
It did. By carefully managing that single public IP using Pay, prioritizing critical traffic, they managed to keep the payment systems online. They calculated they saved something like $40,000 in sales just in the first hour after the fiber died.
Wow. 40 grand in an hour, saved by a well-configured PAT rule.
Exactly. So, the moral of the story. Respect your NAT table, understand how it works. It can literally save your bacon. Or your Black Friday sales.
And probably earn that engineer some glazed donuts, I hope.
I heard there were donuts involved, yes. Glazed and deeply appreciated. It's a powerful reminder of how critical this, invisible plumbing of the internet actually is.
Absolutely. Okay, let's switch gears slightly. Time for a lightning round to bust some common myths or clarify some confusing points about NAT. Ready?
Let's do it.
Question 1. Is NAT officially part of the OSI model? The 7 layers of networking.
That's a classic trick question. The answer is not really. NAT is a bit of a rogue agent.
A rogue agent?
Yeah, it kind of lives in witness protection. It doesn't fit neatly into any single layer. It operates by manipulating information at both layer 3, the network layer, that's the IP addresses,
right,
and layer 4, the transport layer, that's the TCP, UDP port numbers.
Because it has to rewrite both the IP and the port in many cases, like with PAT.
Exactly. So it's sort of wedged between layer 3 and layer 4, like a secret corridor at Hogwarts, connecting 2 different parts of the castle.
Hogwarts networking. I love it. So it's a practical solution that bends the theoretical rules a bit.
Precisely. It's a great example of real-world engineering solving a pressing problem, even if it doesn't perfectly align with the textbook models. Pragmatism 1.
Fascinating. Okay, question 2. IPv6, the next generation of Internet protocol. It promises, trillions upon trillions of addresses, enough for every toaster, every light bulb, everything to have its own unique public IP. So, does that mean NAT is finally going to retire, right off into the sunset?
The short answer is, it depends.
The classic tech answer.
It is, because while yes, IPv6 solves the address exhaustion problem that originally drove NAT's creation, it turns out NAT provides other benefits that people, especially in large organizations, enterprises, still find really useful.
Like what? If you don't need to save addresses anymore.
Well, think about company mergers. 2 big companies combine, and oops, they both use the exact same internal private IP addressing scheme, like 10.0.08. That's a nightmare to integrate directly.
Right, conflicts everywhere.
NAT can be a lifesaver there, acting as a buffer, translating addresses between the 2 merging networks without forcing immediate, complex readdressing of everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
What else? Managing multi-cloud environments. Maybe a company uses AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. NAT can help provide a consistent way to manage traffic and apply security policies across those different environments. Also, simple security through obscurity. Some organizations just like hiding their internal network structure behind a NAT boundary. It feels safer.
So it's become more than just an address-saving trick. It's a network management tool, a security tool.
Exactly. Old habits die hard. And sometimes those old habits, or maybe the accountants who preferred the existing controlled setup, mean NAT sticks around even in an IPv6 world. Its role might shift, become less about basic connectivity and more about these complex edge cases and security postures, but I don't see it vanishing completely anytime soon.
Okay, so Nat's retirement party is probably postponed indefinitely.
Seems likely, yes.
All right, let's bring this all home. We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
How would you sum up NAT for, if I had to explain it to my grandma?
Okay, for grandma, that is like your house's magical return address stamp.
Magical return address stamp.
Yeah. Imagine everyone in the family, you, your siblings, your parents, sends letters out, but you all use the same single return address stamp provided by the post office. That's your public IP.
Okay.
When replies come back to that address, NAT is the magical sorter inside the mailbox. It knows exactly which letter is for you, which is for your brother, which is maybe Uncle Bob's electricity bill.
Ah. So it makes sure everyone gets their own mail, even though it all came to the one address. No one else accidentally reads your private letters or gets Uncle Bob's bill.
Exactly. It ensures the right mail gets to the right person inside the house. And just as importantly,
It keeps random strangers from just looking up your specific bedroom window address and knocking directly on it.
precisely, it adds that layer of privacy. Strangers on the internet only see the main house address, not the individual room numbers, unless you specifically set up a rule like DNet to allow it for, say, the pizza guy.
So it's about efficiency stretching those addresses. It's about privacy hiding the internal details. And it's about organization, making sure the right data gets to the right place.
You've got it. Efficiency, privacy, and just enough organized chaos managed by that translation table to keep the internet spinning smoothly for all of us.
NAT. It's not just a technical acronym. Well, maybe it is like a trench coat full of sticky notes after all. But incredibly important sticky notes.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Hopefully this deep dive gave you listening some real aha moments about this invisible force online. Maybe take a second next time you're streaming or shopping and just, appreciate this silent work NAT is doing.
It's everywhere, enabling so much.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.